In this lecture, we'll consider the use of social media in the workplace. I'll offer advice for employees as well as employers. Let's start with employees. The issue about social media is that it blurs the boundaries of our personal and professional lives. For example, if you live in the UK, you can easily get yourself into trouble. It's an offence to send grossly offensive, indecent or obscene messages, or to make menacing posts. By doing so, you could find yourself punished by up to 6 months imprisonment and/or a fine. What tips can be offered for using social media safely at work? If your organisation has a social media policy, read it and observe it. Perhaps you might need to add a sentence at the end of your posts stating that any views expressed are your own and not those of your employer. It's important to use your privacy settings. Remember that your colleagues and your current and perhaps future employers might also be reading your posts. It's suggested that you avoid posting anything about your employer or your colleagues. Avoid saying anything that's confidential or could be considered in poor taste. And as much as we'd all like to moan about our pay and conditions, social media isn't the place to do it. If you have multiple accounts, as many of us do, be careful to post to the right one. Let's consider it from an employer's perspective. The key thing that an employer can do is to make sure that staff are aware of the personal, family, and professional risks of using social media. The main way to do this is by having a social media policy. This is important because it gives employees boundaries and it tells them what they can and can't do. From an employer's viewpoint, it helps to safeguard the reputation and brand of the organisation. Are you considering a social media policy? Why might it be necessary? Well, there's 3 major reasons. First, it helps protect the company's reputation. Second, it sets standards of behaviour for employees. And third, it creates consistency across the various channels that you use. Whilst a detailed exploration of what should go into a social media policy is beyond the scope of this course, the headings that you'd expect to see in such a policy include company social media rules and regulations, any employer-imposed obligations on staff, a definition of roles, who's allowed to do what, a warning to staff about potential legal issues, particularly those issues that get people into trouble, and last but not least, safety and security guidelines. It's critically important that staff are advised how to use social media securely.